connection is unstable.
Why are you unstable?
If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging into a router. I can't plug into my router. So there's that.
It's a rough start to the episode.
But I
Get
got
it together.
freezing.
Robot.
So.
Robot. Go Phoebe, it's your birthday. Go Phoebe, it's your birthday. Go. Hey.
I'm just waiting for my cue.
Hit it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Real Shenanigans, where us, your hosts, Jenerro and Phoebe, will give you all sorts of news and topics around entertainment and industry, revolving movies, news, anything that's interesting, and just being really interesting people. That's doing a lot of real shenanigans. I couldn't make that flow.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
The flow is not working. Today's episode is about music videos. And I was at the barbershop and somebody turned on a music video of a very recent song. I can't remember. It was some Kendrick Lamar song. But I was very surprised that music videos actually still existed, like of relevant songs, where I was like, I just didn't feel like it was a thing anymore.
I mean, I haven't watched a music video in years. I know they still exist because I live on YouTube and artists have their own YouTube channels and that's where they release their videos. But we don't have MTV or anything like that anymore. And I really haven't just solidly sat down and watched a music video since.
Well, I guess my thought was it would be more, the more indie artists now. I feel like that was the place for music videos instead of established people.
Yeah. That is still one of my acting goals, though. I want to be in a music video, but not like a music video girl. I want to be I don't know, in one of the music videos that tells a story.
You want to be like Deke in Material Girl? Material Girl. I don't know how the song goes.
And I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world. What?
Yes.
Deke was in Material Girl?
What? You don't know
this? I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
No idea. For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about or who we're talking about more specifically, Deke is our acting coach. I had
Deke Anderson.
No idea.
Next
level acting. Woo woo. I had no idea. No clue.
What? I was at Barbarella's, which was a bar down the street, and literally they on Saturday nights they just play 80s videos on the screen, and I was just there, and I was with Gunjan and Courtney and Jack, and we were just sitting up there watching the videos, and then all of a sudden you just see Deke in the back. I was like, what the hell? When the hell did Deke?
Are you serious?
And so then I asked him about it. He's like, oh yeah, I did that back in the day.
That's insane. Okay, yeah, I did not know that.
It was a while ago. I'm gonna find this clip, and we will have to share and indulge. Deke is super young.
I'm dying. That's amazing. Well, okay. So let's talk about this because I really they don't do behind the scenes of music videos anymore, which I always found was interesting. I don't really. That's a lie. I guess I did know that they did them because Sabrina Carpenter popped up on my YouTube. I'm a huge Disney person and was watching Disney Channel way past the age I should probably be watching Disney Channel. Anyway, she was on Girl Meets World. I don't actually watch Disney Channel anymore. I should get back to that.
I remember Girl Meets World. I never finished it.
She was Riley's friend, Maya. So she's a huge singer now.
Really?
And yeah. And
whatever happened to the show?
It went off.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean it ended because it was Disney Channel. Disney Channel only does 4 seasons of a show. That's their max.
Whatever.
and then they'll either rebrand a show if they wanted to keep going. Like The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody became The Sweet Life on Deck. And
we should be the next
yeah.
iteration of Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World.
I don't know. I'm still mad at Girl Meets World because
Grandchildren Meet World.
they
I don't know.
ended Sean and Angela. So I mean,
They were.
officially ended Sean and Angela.
I
And
mean, come
that hurt.
on.
No, no, no. I will hear nothing about this. I I have I am such a Sean and Angela stan. I I was so hurt. I'm still mad at this. I'm
You're
so mad.
such a hater.
I am. No, I truly hate that. I truly
They
hate that.
both moved on with their lives and they're very
But
happy
they
in their
hadn't. That was the
fictional
whole
lives.
thing.
And
That
their
was the
fictional
whole
lives.
thing is Sean never moved on. He was still in love with Angela. What? I'm sorry.
Have you listened to their podcast?
Yes, I do listen to them.
I do listen to it. And they like review every episode. So you should
Yeah.
chime
I'm
in when they
behind.
get to that episode.
Oh God.
I went all the way back. I didn't realize they started like a couple years ago. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm behind on the episodes because I started listening when I was so in love with Ryder Strong when I was little. But yeah, so anyway, oh my God, can I tell you the most random, like the most random? What is it? 7 degrees to 6 degrees of separation.
7 degrees.
Whatever. You understood what I was saying.
Mm.
I during the SAG strike, the first strike that I went to, I took Nola with me. For anyone who doesn't know, Nola is my baby.
A baby.
Not my baby. I did not birth her, but I am her nanny. And I took her to the strike. And they sent us
protest.
I did, and she loved it. She loved it. She also we met Jennifer Garner because of this child. Like anyway,
Nice.
we were there and they sent us over to the other side, which is where the writers were striking. The actors are on one side, the writers were on the other of the studio that I was at. And so we went over there. Okay. Well, no, it was just literally there were so many people. They just had us in different sections. But they sent us to that side. So like people were going back and forth, but they sent me to that side because that side had shade and it was
because it was a baby.
Because I had a baby, yes. And so we were walking and this very nice man started talking to us. I started talking to me, struck up a whole conversation. He was a photographer and a writer and all of this and everything. So we were talking. He took a picture of me and Nola. It was really sweet. Linked up with him on Instagram, whatever. Didn't think about it again. And a few months ago, like he'll randomly pop up on my timeline. And I was like, this is awesome. And a few months ago, no, it was his freaking brother. I lost my mind. He popped up and I was like, he's got a picture next to Ryder. And I never paid attention to his last names. It was, and even if I had, I wouldn't have put those two things together. And he popped up and he had like an old program of him and Ryder when they were kids. And I was like, huh? And then he said, it's something in the caption about me and my brother. I lost my mind. I was like, this whole time I have been 1 degree of separation from Ryder Strong. The randomness of living in this city for over a year. Well, when was the strike? So for a year.
About a year.
Yeah, about a year. For a year. Yeah, it's been a year. For like a year. I had no idea that this man was related to Ryder Strong. And I'm so happy I didn't because
I mean, you still could just be like, hey, I want to meet your brother.
I don't want to.
Coffee,
I'm so good being right here in my lane of not mixing my worlds. I'm so happy because I had such a genuine conversation with this dude and he was such a down-to-earth, sweet dude. To then find out later, that was really neat. Anyway,
we have gone off the rails about music videos.
Rita Carpenter. That's how I got there. She does some pretty neat music videos, and she'll do like the behind the scenes of her music videos sometimes.
And we're full circle.
There it is.
No, but I just find it funny. I mean, yes, there is still a place. I know YouTube has kind of changed the game where we can consume music videos on there, but
Mm-hmm.
there was just something to the art of the music videos, especially like, we're teenagers, TRL, 106 and Park.
TRL,
Those were
yes.
all those
Yeah.
shows. And then, especially when a new video dropped, if you like the world premiere, world premiere, and then you get to see whatever hot song was out and get to see, there was
Yeah.
just something about that unveiling of seeing what that music video was. It's just a time that I think is timeless and is not replicatable, like with just watching it on YouTube, at least in my opinion.
It's
Um,
not because it's not
it,
as big. It's
but you know what made me
a
think about
platform.
this topic initially was somebody played. It wasn't the original Men in Black song, but it was from Men in Black 2, the
Mm-hmm,
black suits coming with,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, I went back and watched the actual video. I was like, I can't believe how much of a spectacle these videos used to be. And this is like Will and
Yeah.
obviously Mike,
Yep.
Michael Jackson, and a few others did some very big elaborate videos, which is interesting to me now as a filmmaker, where I was like, like they created like a
They made mini
full
movies. They made mini movies for these songs.
15 to 20-minute music video,
Yeah.
which was just wild to me. Yeah, it's a full short film,
Yeah.
and you got the music video, and then obviously after the hype goes down, then you just show the music video, which is probably like 3 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
3 4 minutes, but then the full spectacle is about 8 to 10 minutes. You're like, this is dope. I missed that.
I do too.
I missed that. Oh, even though it was a terrible movie,
Where are you going with this?
but Wild Wild West was hidden.
First of all, I love that movie. Secondly, that was an amazing
I
music video.
guilty pleasure. I
It
do
was
too, but it was a
fun.
terrible.
It was not terrible. It was a fun movie. It was only supposed to be a fun movie. And I had fun with
It
it,
had
so it
Will,
did
it had
its
Kevin
job.
Kline, it had what's Selma Hayek in it? Yeah,
Mhm.
Selma. My
She was
baby.
his love interest.
Yeah, one day, call me.
Call
Sorry,
me, beat me if you want to reach me.
that was an
I,
impossible song. But it's just like I'm talking about. The Wild Wild West. What happened to
he was,
Cisco? Where is he?
I don't know.
I'd be like, out of all the random cameos that I see of like random stuff like at Super Bowl, I'm
Hmm.
surprised Cisco just hasn't popped up one of these days.
Could you imagine? People would lose their mind
What
if he
they?
just popped up with the thong song one day. Like,
God, I
I
forgot about
would
that song.
die. I would
It's the
absolutely.
same. There's the same chorus over and over. Like, why were we so hype on that video and that freaking ooh, that good looks scandalous. Handle it. It was the same. Like, it'd be one thing if the chorus was the same, but it was the same verse over and over. We were all feeling it. Let me see that
I
thumb.
can't. I simply cannot.
I'm not gonna
We
lie to you. Me and my boys, my boy Danny, I'm putting you out there, Danny.
throw Danny under the
We
bus.
were in middle school. I swear we were learning the whole dance. I used to know the whole sequence. I can't do it anymore. But
The way I
goes
was
like
about to
jump,
see, I
jump, jump,
need to see
baby.
this
But maybe one day
all
I'll
night
try.
long.
Maybe I'll try to bust it back out. But
Please, God, please, please, please. The money I would pay to see that.
I'll do it for a skit.
Yeah, I like I. They like you were just saying, music videos told full stories, like full little mini movies when we were
Yeah,
growing up.
not
And
all of them, but
no,
most
but
of them.
yeah, but a lot of them did. Um, and I know artists still do them because I've seen them. Like I said, I live on YouTube, so every
But
now
I
and
just
then something
feel
will pop up. But no,
I
it's not the same because I
it's
don't think
not,
it has the same platform. We're
and
not, yeah.
and this could be totally me being aged out. right? Which
Oh
sounds weird to
no.
say,
No, don't
but
say that. Because if
but
you
no,
are,
real
I
talk.
am.
Because like I do know, I know my sister. She watches videos all the time on her phone, and
Mhm.
maybe it is that younger generation that just watches videos all the time on YouTube, and maybe that's how they consume it. But I don't know. I just feel like I mean, just like with anything, right? It's a world of instant gratification now where you don't have to wait for anything. Like it would be, all right, cool. Is number 6. I want to see the number 1 song of the day. I gotta watch the rest of the day just to hear my favorite song, which was usually
Mhm.
NSYNC or Backstreet. Seemed to always be on TRL. They were always number 1. Somebody else would creep in here and there, but
It was that our generation was the generation of pop music. 90s, early 2000s pop music was
pop.
huge. I think now if you are a bigger name, your music videos are going to get seen cuz like you can look at some of these artists and go to their pages. And then the other thing that they do now too is they'll release a lyrics video first to get people hyped up on their songs, and then they'll come out with the visual video.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so sometimes singers will
You mean
release
they'll just release the song?
literally they'll release the song and it'll have the track and it'll have like you know how oh god, I'm going to
I'm
age
so
us.
confused. What are we
I'm
talking about?
aging us so bad right now. You
Oh
know, when
gosh.
you used to open a tape or a CD and it had
Yeah.
the book and it had the lyrics to the song in it,
Yeah.
they make lyric videos now. So they'll release the song and it'll have the lyrics in the video of the song. And then
And that's it.
that's it. It's just a song with the lyrics. But then
I
they
mean, why
will
not just
later
listen to this?
release listen, I didn't do it. I'm just telling you what it is. And so later they'll release the actual music video, like the visual music video.
Music
But
industry is
it does, it
interesting.
hypes people up. It gets people excited because they're like, just like you go to the CD and you'd look in the booklet, and you'd have the visual pictures, and then you'd have the words. God, I feel old. But you would have all the lyrics in the little booklet that came with it. And you got excited because that's how you learned the songs. And I'm assuming that's just how next generation
Oh, gosh, remember,
is
remember,
learning. God, I feel
remember,
old.
all the CD booklets, all the big CD books that we used to have to carry everywhere.
Yeah.
I had like this whole big binder of
Yes.
like, let
I
me find my
still
favorite
have
CD,
it.
let me find my mixtape, put it in my track.
I still have mine. Um,
Oh man, I
yeah.
can't. It's crazy how much we have progressed. Like
Well, I mean, think
through the
about that though with
last
our
50
parents
years
though.
in life.
Our parents were listening to records and 8 tracks, and then we moved into tapes and CDs, and then we moved into MP3 players, and then we moved into
I remember going to
streaming
track meets and like warming up with my CD player. And
with your Walkman. With your-
you was the shit if you had the anti-skip Walkman where you could like
Yes,
run around with it. Like
yes,
I cannot imagine
yes,
running with a CD player. Like it's
yes.
so big.
Yes, you put them in your purse, or you had well in the 90s we had
Purse.
giant pot.
You
Yes,
running around with your
no.
purse?
Well, I didn't. I didn't. I was a cheerleader. I didn't have to run around with it. I had my CD player, and I that's what I did. But you would either just like walking down the halls with it in your purse or in your backpack or in your you always had it on you in some way. Or if you were wearing well, I'm not wearing a hoodie, but if you were had a hoodie on, you had it in like your hoodie pocket.
Oh
Yes.
gosh. Like
Yes.
what has happened? Like where are we like
We've moved
it's
into
just
streaming
crazy that I
services.
feel like and I remember you used to like make mixtapes for people back in the day. Like, oh yeah, let me make all these mixtapes.
And
And
not
then you
just
tell
making
somebody you
mixtapes,
like them.
but like you had to catch it on the radio. Like you had to
Oh
record
my
it.
goodness. That's even further.
I
That's
know.
even further.
This is
Before
not
like
like before you were like,
Napster and all
yeah,
of
I
it.
was gonna
Yeah.
say before you were,
Yeah, you just and then
yes,
piss you off because then the radio person would come on. He's like, shut up. I don't want to
yes,
hear the commercial.
yo. So in Chicago, we had B96, and we had Kiss FM, which is weird because they have a Kiss FM in LA too. but yeah, you would go and you'd always have these dang DJs coming on.
Oh my
You
goodness.
would be waiting because you knew they, first of all, they had the lineup of like the top songs, and they were
Oh
like, we're gonna
God,
play
what are we
the
gonna do
lineup.
when we actually do turn 70 and have to explain these stories? Back in my day, we had a
I
whole
mean,
Walkman.
first of all,
What is a Walkman? Well, we had to record stuff off the radio.
did you really did. And you
It's
did
not
because
even gonna be radio back probably in 70 years from now.
well, I I don't know how there's going to be like the way that they're moving. I don't. Anyway, all that to say,
This made me so old. It made me feel so
yeah,
old.
we aged ourselves very badly in this episode. But all yes, I agree with you. I
Shouldn't have done
do
that. Ooh.
think that there are absolute like I know there are absolutely still, and major artists are still putting out music videos, and there are artists that are still telling full stories, like full mini movies when they do them, but they are
But
like
they're
the
more like I think
bigger
the thing is like they're more
artists.
yeah, they're more but it's more not saying that they weren't artistic before, but I feel like it is more because I've seen, a lot of filmmakers now, like that's kind of their bread and butter, kind of starting out is
Mhm.
doing music videos. And it is interesting because like I don't see, I mean, most of the videos that I think I've seen people do, I've never even watched them. So it is interesting the complexities of the art that comes with it, or if it's very artistic, or if it's just straight whatever. Um, but there was just a it was just a time to be alive. That's all I can say. You wake
It
up in the
was.
morning. I remember turning on VH1, and you would just have videos. MTV doesn't even play videos anymore.
They don't.
Like
They don't play
it's
music
just become
anymore.
like a reality TV.
Yeah,
I don't even know if MTV actually still exists, but it's just a
it does.
reality show
It
haven
is.
now.
It was,
Um,
and we had MTV and VH1, and
yes,
all
106
of
in Park.
these, and 106 in
Well,
Park.
that was on
Well,
BT.
that was on BT,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, but like we had all of these.
Sidebar. Have you ever seen like people made memes about like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you left BET on? And
Yes.
then it would go from it would wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You have Uncut on BET Uncut, which like every raunchy song ever. But then
Hmm.
but then an hour later, you got like the gospel
The
channel
gospel
music.
coming
You're
in.
like,
Yep.
what is
Yes.
happening here? How we just go from
Yeah.
this super filled? Now we're trying to get saved. It was a time to be
TV
alive. That's
was
all I can say.
wild.
It was a wild time. It was a
TV
wild
was
time.
so wild. There are so many songs that I
Get your
know, like
eagle on, girl.
that I fully know as
Uh,
a 10, 11, 12, 13-year old, I should not have been not only listening to, but fully knowing the lyrics to.
I mean, it is
Hmm.
interesting because I feel like we all go through it. Where I remember our parents is like, "What do you listen to?" And then now I listen to music. I'm like, half the stuff. I'm like, I don't even know who this is, what this is.
Oh, I can tell you a current artist outside of
The
Sabrina Carpenter
yeah,
because I know her from Girl Meets World. Like
Sabrina Carpenter. That's the one you come up
because that's proving my point.
with.
I don't know music anymore.
It makes me wonder because like sometimes I do catch myself like, what is this? What are people listening to nowadays? And like it, they always talk about it goes with the generations, and I wonder what this generation is gonna be like when they're our age, and they're gonna be like, what's this new music that's coming? Is everything gonna come full circle where we're gonna go back into like some oldies
I
territory?
don't
You're
know,
all
but that's the thing. I don't know if we will. I think we're kind
they
of
always say
we
fashion and art is kind of
they
cyclical.
do, and I think people will always sample music, but I don't think music hits the way our parents' music did.
No, not at all.
And so
But
I don't think
but
it's gonna come
R
back
and
around.
B R and B has to me died. Like there
I just
there
don't
still
know enough
is some R
to
and
it
B here and there, but
anymore.
there's not R and B to the way that it used to be back in the day. And going back to the lyrics we should have known, like that was
Mm-mm.
some lyrics we should have known.
So a couple of years ago, um, a couple of my friends and I went to, they had a 90s R&B and hip hop concert in
Mm.
Houston, and we went and we were rocking out singing all of like everything. Like Genuine was there, Monica was there, all of this stuff. And we were looking around and we were like, why are we the
Did y'all
youngest?
sing R. Kelly songs?
R. Kelly was not there. He was not there. We're not going to go into R. Kelly. And I'm so mad because R. Kelly had good music.
He had bang. I was just talking about this with somebody. It's like he had bangers, and now you feel guilt for
No,
listening to it, and I
I
hate it. Where
do.
it's
I
like you're
really do.
sitting
I'm like,
listening
is
to it
he
in
getting
the
this money?
confines
But
of your own room,
also,
where it's
right.
like, all right, nobody's gonna judge me if I listen to this. They still be hitting.
I'm so mad. Like we had cheered. Oh, let me finish my story. We went to this concert and we were the youngest ones there, and we were looking around before the concert started. And we were like, "What? Like this was our generation of music. Why are we the youngest people here?" We started singing the lyrics to those songs like as full whole adults, and I was like, "Oh, mm,
Oh,
I had no business
what was that one
knowing
song?
this music."
Was it? What was the group name? I can't remember. It's like, baby, now you're crying. I get
I get
so
so excited.
excited. I was like, I used to sing that song religiously, didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And I'm like,
Uh,
oh, wait a minute.
Aaliyah, Rock the Boat. First of all,
I knew what
I
that meant.
did not. I knew what it meant. I did not associate what I was singing.
Rock the boat,
And I
rock
was
the boat.
in the car with my parents, CD player going, headphones in, singing that song to the top of my lungs in the back seat. And I was midway through Work It in the Middle and realized what I was singing about. And I was just like,
How dare you scar your parents like that?
right. Because I know my dad was just sitting there like, bless her, she
What
doesn't
have I
know.
done? What
Because
have
where
I
did I go
done? Where did
wrong?
I go wrong?
Where did I go wrong? I mean, singing my little heart out
We're
to
taking
that
her to
song.
church right
Oh,
now.
geez.
Go sing this little light of mine.
I mean, was not paying attention at
No.
all to what I was singing.
But I
Yeah,
mean, like I said, music videos, they just had a certain hit to them back in the
we
day.
did.
I don't know if, like you said, maybe I just have aged out in that particular realm of music that I grew up with, so it means a little bit more to me than today's music. But
Yeah,
even some of the random artists now, like, I mean, some of the old hit artists that we still follow, like Jay-Z, Beyonce, all these other people, like, even when they put out new stuff, I'm just like, it just don't hit the same. And I know they've evolved to go with the times, but there was just something about that time in
I
our.
think too with the streaming services, right? We don't have, well, I mean, we do still have radio, but we literally can make our own playlists and listen to what we want. So, like, my brain is still stuck in the 90s and the 2000s,
Mm.
the early 2000s, because I make full playlists based on that music, and then that's all I listen to,
But you know
or
what though?
Broadway or whatever.
But for me personally,
Mhm.
I can't speak for everybody. For me personally, I still there's still certain albums where it's like this was a dope album. Like
Yeah,
there would be some hits on here, and then you would love the whole album. Where now I can't even get through a full album of some people where I'm just like, okay, it's okay, and I'll turn it off. But I'm not. It just don't hit the same for me.
I just don't take the time to do it.
Yeah.
There's so much media out there to consume nowadays. If a song makes it in front of me that's new, that catches my attention, then I will obsess about it and I will add it to a playlist and then I will listen to it on repeat. But other than that, I have so much music that I listened to growing up on top of like I didn't even know I had my own radio stations when I was younger because I only listened to my parents' music.
Mm,
And then getting into junior high and high school, discovered I had channels like B96 and Kiss FM and blah, 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 or whatever else we had growing up.
that's fair.
Like I listened to WGCI. And if you are from Illinois and you had Black parents, that was the channel you listened to. Um,
WCGI.
it
Wow.
was it played like my parents'
Dope
music.
bomb.
WGCI.
Well,
Anyway, all that to say, I think with the platforms that we have now, it is so easy to stick to what you know and what you love and only be absorbed in that. You don't even have to learn new music anymore because it's not forced down your throat.
I mean, that's very true. But
So, yeah,
we hope that you guys will definitely stay tuned to our channel and consume our media on this
please.
podcast show.
We love you.
But please comment in the comments what's your favorite music video of all time. Does
Yeah.
music hit the same as it used to back in the day? Or is there just something different about today? Please put your questions in the comments.
I'm interested to know too, like if y'all are comfortable like listing your age. I want to know like what well, I just want to because I want to know different I want to know different like different age ranges and groups of like do they like older music? Do they like newer music?
Oh,
And
sure.
what's that's you don't have to put your exact age, but like put like your age range or your generation or whatever. Are you a millennial, Gen X,
20 to 50. There we
whatever.
go.
Like just something like that. And this is why I said if you're comfortable. I don't know why you always come for me. Anyway, I was just trying to collect some data. Okay.
Okay, collect that data.
Jesus. Y'all
But
hit the like
while
button.
like, subscribe,
Thumbs up.
Phoebe, tell the
Yeah.
people where they can find you.
Listen, you can find me somewhere. Here, this is my acting page on Instagram at
Somewhere.
__ Phoebe Ray __ You can also find me
Phoebe
here
Ray,
at Phoebe
day
Ray
to day.
22.
Oh no,
That's
that's the
no,
YouTube
you
channel.
do that
I
all
keep
the
always
time.
messing this up. I keep messing this up. It's Phoebe Ray 22.
Y'all, listen. This I will. It's up on the screen. This is this is my personal one. This is my acting one. Take it away, Jenerro.
Well, you can find me at GWade05 for my personal account, or you can find us at Banjo Beaver Productions. We have a lot of new projects that are going to be coming out here soon, so please stay tuned and like, follow, comment, follow everything. But this is another episode of Real Shenanigans. Bye.
Bye.